Kano. Eye n'Ensoko TV oboroso bw'omugusi.
Mogere bwa Ensoko TV ne mambiende engia yeri tukerigalia merongevere ne rimwa somutinyo karu mwaka bwechile fuibere merongevere na gatano na rimono kugena kwane kwa bukire buya kurandonsi asore ase mambia ya bono na nenga kiende tokomera na seri tukerigalia Jumaine go chakera bono wika chinsa isano ne mochi bono mubaso aso murubiri oyega bweterobiri aso kumurekera mangana ao ayogendere tokore kana ya etire na boigo ayara chikubwatia aseritko erigato sanga subwamu wetera senchero y'umutandao gwekerero Facebook urabega sesemeria YouTube Ensoko TV namba ya mawasiliano ngere isano na ibere isano na isatu sano ne mumara gatano oyogeka isatu chake gusanga ase obwambo go chakera bono wiki Asomo chakare mambia bono muraiwensi William Ruto nikagendere netaro ya imensi ya Italy aseritko erigaria kabere asarga netwe no muraiwensi eyo Sergio Mattarella asetare yo chinse echwebire nigo chira chikobeka SAE yo kubwatira na asamangana yo asamangana yo boerania bwa mangana ne chinchira chekerero chisemi obo chenu chigosori oboremi obunchiriri na yande amangia ya mase ya mugika sensi ya Italy elio toligere na ralia agendere tukurase ensemeyo.
The numbers, as has been said here earlier, are very encouraging. We are seeing opportunities of growth, both in exports from Kenya and also in the business opportunities that are being undertaken by Italian business entities. We now have close to 50 major Italian business entities doing business and operating out of Nairobi. We just opened the office the other day of MedO Foundation that will again continue to build synergies between Kenyan companies and Italian companies as we look at the opportunities that exist for investment. And the coming together of the business communities of these two countries, one from Africa and the other from Europe, not only opens opportunity for Kenya and Italy, but it also opens opportunity for European market to the Africa continental market. So when you see an opportunity in Kenya, it's not just in Kenya. It's actually a door to the East African community, a population of 330 million people, to COMESA, which is a population of 680 million people, and to the African continent, a population of 1.4 billion people with a GDP of $3.7 trillion. So, as you sit in this room, there is huge opportunity for your businesses, both in Kenya to the African continent and in Italy to the European market. Aside from the opportunities that have been mentioned by the Kenya Investment Authority.
I'm sure you're all familiar with the famous phrase that Rome was not built in a day. And whoever made that statement was, in my view, looking at the resilience of Italy, the hard task that it takes to put up a nation, how meticulous you must be. And indeed, even as we go through the streets of Rome, we can still see the cobblestone that was placed there one at a time, and the very magnificent structures that have stood the test of time. So, equally, the relationship between Kenya and Rome was not built in a day. It has taken 60 years of very strong partnership and collaboration between our two countries. And that is why we are here, so that we can look at the next phase of our partnership.
I confirm that my ministry's singular role is to convert interest to tangible opportunities, and the investment promotion agency, Invest Kenya, will be deployed to fully follow up on all the leads that were generated both in Nairobi and also here. Indeed, this forum has provided a valuable platform for connecting investors from Kenya, institutions, business people, and also translating dialogue into tangible opportunities. We are particularly encouraged by the commitment shown by both public and private sectors to advance mutually beneficial partnerships. Distinguished guests, it is also my distinguished honor to announce the just signed MOU between our Equity Bank and CDP Bank, where over 40 million will be availed for business people participating in this forum, and also to help strengthen the trade, because a lot of times when the trade deals are signed, without the necessary financial infrastructure to support it, we may not see it take off. So this is one area where we are both signing the trade agreement, but also giving the facilitation necessary. And I want to congratulate the two banks for that very critical stage.
Under the Mattei Plan, the Italian Expo Group presented an opportunity to be able to have the largest MICE project, that is meeting, conferences, and investment. And Your Excellency, we have told them that Kenya has the right facilities for purposes of investment, and Kenya is going to open the state-of-the-art and the largest conference facility in Africa, the Bomas of Kenya, and I do welcome them. In partnership with the Italian Chamber, we're organizing an international business expo that we are going to hold in 8th, 7th, and 9th of October 2026, this year, in the next 6 months. And we are going to do it in Bomas of Kenya. The chairperson of Kenya Export Promotion Agency presented the products that we are already exporting to Italy and the European Union in terms of coffee, tea, tropical fruits, leather products, and we have one of our members from Alfarama Textile here who has done it for the last 20 years. The CEO for Kenya Investment Authority, Dr. Mwendwa, presented several investment opportunities in the public-private partnership, the National Infrastructure Fund, the private sector investments, and the regional investments in Kenya. On the breakout sessions, we had very fantastic and deeper conversation on opportunities in energy, where the Ministry of Energy presented opportunities to take Kenya from the current 3,000 megawatts to 10,000 megawatts. And one of the companies has already committed to invest in Kenya, that is ENI, especially in renewable energy. In tourism, agriculture, quite a number of discussions were done, both by the Kenyan side and the Italian side. I would want to welcome our partners, the Italian Chamber and the business people, to Kenya, being the 6th largest economy in Africa, with a GDP of 136 billion. The private sector contributes over 80% of the employment, and 70% of its GDP. We drive 60% of the investment, so you can be able to trust us as a local investors, and we welcome you to bridge the gap to bring foreign direct investment. We are open, we are ready, and bankable for investment. Your Excellency, the President Ruto, thank you for leading from the front, opening the doors for Italy-Kenya business, and placing the private sector at the center of your economic transformation agenda. To the government of Italy and to the Prime Minister, thank you for your partnership and welcoming us through recognizing Kenya as a priority African partner.
Hasanse mwende wizara ya wachenu wetero murikyo manene bwe wizara heyo Meri Muthoni nigairere buna niga muchiriro agendrete kokorekana asumuruberu wachenu social health insurance eriko ne kibura bakenya konyora bari obokoreri obwikiranu. Muthoni nigairere buna enchira yekerero nege nagendrete kurigererwa eriko renda kende tigete ana gose gotenena ase okurwa obokoreri wachenu imeyense.
The system that we are improving, that we are dealing with, and especially our social health insurance, is highly digitized, including the referral system. And our referral starts right from level 1, which is our community health promoter, the one who moves from one household to the household, from door to door, taking blood pressure, blood sugar, checking minor ailments for children, ensuring that they are advocating for the education of health education in our households to reduce the non-communicable diseases, to reduce the high burden of diseases at the household. Therefore, our referral system is straight and very clear from community health promoter who refers the patient to to level 2, and from level 2 to level 3, all the way to the tertiary facilities. And indeed, this is covered by our 3 main funds that we have in the social health insurance financing. The first one being the primary health care, the primary health fund that takes care of all the primary health facilities, and anybody going to seek health treatment from these facilities does it for free, because this is exchequer driven. The government pays for you. And we have what we call our harambe, or our bringing together the funds. 2.75 of my salary takes care, and 2.75 of any other employed individual is put together. And we do means testing for people who are in the informal sector, just to create the social health insurance fund. That takes care of the secondary and the tertiary facilities. Again, we have the emergency, chronic, and critical illness fund. So should you be told that you have depleted your fund from the social health insurance, then we can plow into the emergency, chronic, and critical illness fund. So our referral and coordination system, again, is we are improving every other day, and that includes mental health. Enhancement of data and monitoring for better decision. Every day when I get to my office, the first thing I check is the dashboard from the community health promoter. How many people have been checked for blood pressure, blood sugar, and how many of those community health promoters indeed went to check in the household. And the same happens to our universal health coverage, the digital superhighway that tracks and indeed also detects fraud in between. So we are able to see how many healthcare workers were in a certain facility, if you're a surgeon, if you indeed were in that facility, because the system will not allow you to be more than 500 meters away from the facility that you're working in. Then the final one is expanding community-based services to ensure compassion care reaches people exactly where they live. Our community health promoters, in their training, mental health is one of the key areas, and they have been trained on how to detect and how to tell the people in the communities who could be suffering and who could be having mental health issues. So in this training, I would really, really want that we also embed around community health services, and also our community health promoters in collection of data and any other information that we may have. Last year, right here, a pioneering group of 52 participants from 11 African countries completed the first cohort, gaining the essential skills needed to strengthen our systems. And today, my heart is full to see the transformative initiative and the expansion to include participants from 17 countries from 11. A round of applause to yourselves. So over the next 2 weeks, you will build critical, practical skills in public mental health, leadership, governance, advocacy, research, and monitoring. These are competencies that will support stronger planning, better coordination, and improved service delivery across our health system. To our participants, the true measure of this training will not be found in the classroom, in this hotel, but in how passionately you apply these skills within your home institutions and the countries. The ultimate reflection of your effort here will be stronger systems, better integration of services, and improved access to care for those who need it most. I deeply commend the Kenya Medical Training Institute, led by the chair and the CEO, for hosting this program for the second year and cementing its vital role.
Asanse mwende na yabwatikire na siasa kiama kia DCP niko kiama chire serikali ase ogwea ose gwatana ne ase aso gwatana na usakwana ne bibande bune gotana ne bibande buna hebwenderete aso gutwara ubwanchire gukiase chinse mogete ne chinde obongora korengana na koena na ose kokorekana aso koena na ebibande byo kiama ikyo niko boigo kiaruro kobore gokiase abasaye kubwata chikura ase obonge chinga ki moraibwe kiama ikyo Rigathi Gachagua akwanere ya mangana haliagendereta se kiama kia ODM.
As we go towards the general election, William Ruto and his people, sensing defeat, have decided to have selective issuance of IDs. Areas perceived to be against William Ruto, our young people are being denied IDs. In Nakuru, communities that support William Ruto are being issued IDs within 2 or 3 days, and chiefs from those communities are collecting the IDs and taking them home to the young people. Communities perceived to be against William Ruto are taking between 3 to 4 months for their IDs to be processed. We want to call on William Ruto and the government to stop selective issuance of IDs. They should stop discrimination. All Kenyan children deserve IDs, whether they support or oppose William Ruto. And we are putting the Registrar of Persons on notice. If this discrimination does not stop, we shall request our young people, the Gen Zs, to occupy the registration centers, the Huduma centers, and your offices in Nairobi. As Kenyan leaders and Kenyan people, we are concerned about matters territorial integrity and the security of our nation. For a long time now, Kenya's image is badly indented as a result of various activities by William Ruto and CS Interior Kipchumba Murkomen. Kenya's position in peace and security matters across the world is greatly mutilated as we speak. The Ministry of Interior and Coordination of the national government under Kipchumba Murkomen has failed Kenya. The CS Interior is the weakest link in the security of our nation, both internally and externally. President William Ruto and Kipchumba Murkomen are hosting war criminals from Sudan, and they are ones who supply weapons for murder and butchering of women and children in the Darfur region. As we speak, war criminals facing international sanctions, Hemeti and his 4 wives, they have been issued with diplomatic passports by Kipchumba Murkomen. That warlord who has international sanctions has been given a home in Ruda with his 4 wives that is guarded by the General Service Unit. This is very embarrassing to the Kenyan nation, that a war criminal facing sanctions by the United Nations, the European Union, and indeed the whole world has been given refuge in Kenya and is enjoying privileges meant for the Kenyan people. A warlord and his family, a man who has butchered women and children, have been given diplomatic passports. They have been given a safe haven in Nairobi with a house in Ruda, guarded by the General Service Unit. We are telling the international community that dealing with Hemeti and other war criminals is not enough. You need to impose similar sanctions. You need to impose similar sanctions to CS Kipchumba Murkomen so that he cannot travel outside Kenya, because he is the one giving diplomatic passports and giving safe haven to international criminals in Kenya. ODM Ruto alinunua kwa Oburu, Junet na Wanga, akalipa deposit. Sasa wanasikia Junet na Wanga wanalia. Hawalii kwa sababu ODM imekwisha. Kasongo amekataa kutoa balance. Si ndio? Amesema ndio nitoe balance, lazima mutoe Sifuna, muweke Ababu na Mwamba, ndio nikuwe na control ya ODM. Until you remove Sifuna na muweke Ababu, na unajua Ababu ile kiti alikuwa nayo ya ubalozi imepewa Aida Odinga. Sasa Ababu anangoja kuwa Secretary General ya ODM. Sasa Wanga na Oburu na Junet wameambiwa, bila nyinyi kutoa Sifuna, muweke Ababu na Mwamba. Siwezi toa deposit kwa sababu mnaweza kunigonga. Unajua Kasongo kwa sababu ni mtu ya kugonga watu, pia anaogopa kugo. Na huyu Junet anamjua vizuri. Na mimi nataka niona Junet akisema Rigijia tusaidie, ni kwa sababu Junet na mimi tunajuana zaidi. Waswahili wanajuana na huyu Junet ndio alitumika na Ruto kusabaratisha uchaguzi ya Raila 2022. Mimi nilikuwa hapo, Junet akaitwa na Ruto. Nilikuwa running mate ya Ruto. Si ndio? Ruto akaniambia Rigathi. Siku hiyo siku anaitwa Rigijiri kuja baadaye. Akaniambia, wewe Rigathi uelewi maneno. Hii mzee ndio tumuweze, wacha tuchukue mtu yake anaitwa Junet. Hii ni mtu ya pesa. Wacha tukikoroga yeye kule kwa Wakalejin, Raila asikuwe na agents, nijue vile nitapanga maneno huko. Huyu Junet alikuja, I was seated there. Akapewa pesa 5 million cash nikiwa hapo. Na zile alikuwa amepatiwa na Uhuru ya agents, akaambiwa na Kasongo, hiyo pesa usitumie, jisaidie naye. So ODM did not have agents. Huyu Junet ndio alisabaratisha safari ya baba.
Asense mwende na yabwatikirinde kiama kiodium nigia chakiretaro yabo as count wetani 20 erikumirana n'abasaye busyo bobochoryo bonene umwaka bw'echelefu 2025 na kabere etare yo ya chakiremye county ya Nairobi nigabateneri be kiama balirere eira yo guchegusira abasaye busyo bobochori asobochori bogocha eribanyore amabaga yokora achinga kiboigo engana yo kubaga chingongo gesiasa yakwanire chinga ki okubegekana we kiama ekyo ara kabere na nero engane inero yanyo riba gukwanirwa ase umusangirekano uyu ase county ya Nairobi.
Our party is going to be involved in the registration of voters. We must be involved from the polling station up to the leadership of the county. We must be involved in the registration of voters. Kwa sababu bila kuchukua kura, bila kura na bila kuregister as party members, our party will have nothing to negotiate with. Our party can only negotiate on the table when it is strong, and it can only be strong if it has more members. Wanayuthi wa Nairobi, mnanisikiza? Mnanisikiza? So we must register as members of the party, and we must make sure that we vote. During the voting time, we must vote kasana na pace ila sisi tunaendelea ku register. Lakini I know it is going to improve, and we are going to involve all our leadership from MPs, MCAs, party officials. We are going to involve all of them in the registration of voters, because this is a very, very important exercise for all of us. I don't want to talk about our opponents. Our opponents can say whatever they are saying, but sisi tunafanya nini? Naendelea. Sisi tunafanya nini? Naendelea. Hata wakitutukana, hata wakisema sisi ni nini, hata wakisema sisi ni nini, lakini kuna mmoja wao ambaye amesema Atoburu amenunuliwa. Mimi nitapeleka yeye kotini aseme huko Buru amenunuliwa na pesa ngapi. Mimi siwezi kununuliwa, na hii chama chetu ya ODM haiwezi kumezwa. Hii chama chetu ya ODM haiwezi kufanywa nini? Haiwezi kumezwa. Our party will grow from strength to strength. It can never be swallowed by anybody. It is too big to be swallowed. If you try to swallow it, your stomach will burst. If you try to swallow our party, your stomach will burst. And I'm telling you that that is not possible.
Inaitwa nini? UDA. Leo ni mkutano ya ODM. UDA wakiita yao watakuwa na yao. Na nataka niambie huyu SG wa UDA, yeye alikuwa Wiper akafukuzwa. Hivi karibuni naona kwamba ukifukuzwa kwa UDA, kwa sababu sisi ukileta ujinga, wale ambao walisema wakumbavu wako nyuma. Yule jamaa anaitwa Omar, tuliza boli. Kuna lugha ningesema, lakini kwa sababu ya heshima sai kusema. Tuliza boli, heshimu sisi. Kenya hii sisi ndio wengi, na tutaamua vile tutaendelea mbele kutengeneza serikali.
Watu wanafaa wajue hii chama ya ODM. Hii chama ya nini? ODM ni chama kubwa ya kitaifa. Na nataka niwaulize wana Nairobi, ni nani mwenye chama cha ODM? Ni nani mwenye chama cha ODM? Ni nyinyi eh? Ni nyinyi ndio wenye ODM. Nataka niwaambie, mimi niko hapa, ni mtoto wa chama cha ODM. Nimezaliwa katika chama cha ODM, nimekulia katika chama cha ODM, nimesimama katika chama cha ODM, nitaendelea kusimama na chama cha ODM. Na kama ni mbaya, na kama ni mbaya, na kama ni noma, na kama ni noma, mimi nasikia watu wanaongea hapa, wanasema tuachiwe ama tuachie mtu kiti. Hii Nairobi mimi ninavyojua hii Nairobi, kama Nairobi kweli ni watoto wa Raila Amolo Odinga, nataka munihakikishie kwamba ikifika uchaguzi unaokuja wa 2027, governor ODM, senator ODM, women rep ODM, MCS ODM, wabunge si namna hiyo. Si namna hiyo? Ile hakikisho nitawapatia hapa, hata Mombasa, Kilifi, Tana River na kwengineo tutaleta wajumbe, magavana na maseneta wa chama cha ODM. Si namna hiyo? Kwani iko nini? Kwani iko nini? Na alafu iko mtu amesema hapa sisi ma experts ambao tu wa serikali tusaidie chama. Nataka nimwambie tutakufa na hii chama kwa hali na mali. Tutakufa na hii chama kwa hali, wakija tutakuja, wakileta tutaleta, wakitoa do tutatoa do. Kwani iko nini? Kwani iko nini?
Umeona watu ambao wamekosa adabu. Na unajua ODM ukikosea party leader adabu, mnajua vile mambo inakwendanga. Si namna hiyo? Wangapi wanasema tutadefend party leader wetu kwa njia yoyote, nione kwa mkono. Ya mwisho, mimi nataka kusema hivi. Sisi kama ODM vile Alado amesema, tuko katika pahali baba Raila Amolo Odinga ametuacha. Si namna hiyo? Watu wanasema watu ya ODM wana support broad based. Lakini broad based sio chama. Chama ni ODM. Broad based ni serikali ambaye UDA wana support na ODM pia wana support. Lakini sisi tuko katika chama yetu ya ODM. Hata kama mtu anataka support yetu, kama anataka tutengeneze na yeye serikali 2027, kama anataka tuungane na yeye, lazima apitie kwa chama chetu cha ODM. Wangapi wanasema wanaunga mimi mkono? Kwa hiyo hii ni chama kubwa, hii ni chama ya kitaifa, hii sio chama ya kijiji kama hizi vidogo vidogo ambazo zimeanzishwa hapa Kenya siku hizi. Sasa mtu kama Rigathi anatupigia kelele kila siku, anasomea ODM kila siku, anataja jina ya Dr. Oburu, Wanga, sijui Juliet. Yule mtu chama yake hata haitoshi branch ya Migori county peke yake ndio inashinda chama ya DCP hapa Kenya. Tunataka, hatuwezi kuomba heshima kama mtu kama Rigathi. Mtu kama Rigathi ni kumuonyesha hapa Nairobi ya kwamba hapa Nairobi sio miji wa kabila moja. Hii Nairobi ni ya kabila zote ya Kenya, na chama ambayo umeunganisha wa Kenya yote ni chama ya ODM. Ya mwisho, nataka kushukuru vijana. Na safari hii tutahakikisha kwamba ndani ya chama tumebadilisha mwenendo. Tutahakikisha ya kwamba maslahi ya vijana imeangaliwa sasa vilivyo. Tutahakikisha ya kwamba wale watu wataenda kuwakilisha sisi katika county assemblies na kuwakilisha sisi kwa bunge watakuwa vijana wetu wa...
Kama wewe ulipenda baba, ujue kitu kimoja, ODM haitakuwa divided. ODM itakaa united, na 2027 ODM itashinda viti zote ambao tutasimamisha watu. Hatuwezi kuaduka, tuko reloaded, tuko united, tuko strong. Our broad-based partners, mutusikize vizuri. Sisi watu wa ODM, kwa heshima ya baba, mutuheshimu tafadhali. Kwa sababu tumewapatia heshima, lakini munatupeleka hivi. Mujue hawa watu wote hawaezi kupiga pahali ingine. Wanalinda ground, wanalinda mwananchi, na tuko united.
Agenda za vijana hapa mbele tutataka zizungumziwe na vijana. Agenda katika party ya ODM kama inahusu vijana, lazima isimamiwe na vijana. Na si lazima ikuwe mimi. Kama kuna kijana pale ambaye amesimama na chama kunishinda, tuende katika ma-elections na wachukue hiyo kiti. Si ndio vijana? Young captains mpo? Kuanzia leo tunataka maslahi ya vijana yaangaliwe na vijana. Nikimalizia, party leader wangu Dr. Oburu Oginga, watu wanakudharau, yet you are the senior most legislator in this country. Nobody has a legislative experience kama ya party leader wetu. Kuanzia leo vijana tusikubali mtu yeyote acheze na party leader wetu Dr. Oburu Oginga.
ase hense moyende ekiama kia UDA nigo kia rubiri guchigokoria obochorwe kiamekio ase county ya Migori obochorwano gwikirabo ni guse murubiri gwikirabo ni ga oretiro gwatananekana nabo igo bwabo bonene ase hense mo ya Nyanza korengana nabo bwatu nibe kiama kia UDA hense mo ya Migori nigo bamuchira bamu abokuru ase kiama kia ODM igore ingana yokubaga chingongo gesiasa.
I'm the DCRO Migori County for the grassroots that we are going to happen on Thursday. So now, what I want to state and state it very clearly is that on Thursday, the 23rd, we are going to have our election in the whole of Migori County and some other Nyanza counties. So we want to encourage our members to come out in big numbers to come and vote for their preferred candidates. So today we are here at Hassan Johansen. We have a sensitization. We need to sensitize our members so that they know what to expect on that material day. Our election are electronic, and like Mheshimiwa amesema hapa, we have accurate, verifiable, with fairness. Hakuna mtu ataoshwa ama anything of that sort. We want to assure you, we've employed good officials at the polling centers, so kusikwe na mtu akona wasiwasi yote. Mtokee on Thursday, you come and vote for your preferred candidates.
As I had said sometimes back, I think that was about 3 or 4 months ago, UDA party is going to field candidates in Migori County for all the electoral positions, regardless. I have had recently or lately a lot of debate going on about zoning, that our ODM partners from our partners from the ODM party are demanding that we do zoning, that this Nyanza region, Migori County, be left specifically and solely for ODM candidates. I think that is a big fallacy and it is not going to happen. I want to reiterate here, without any fear of contradiction whatsoever, that as UDA party, we are prepared, we are doing our grassroots, we are mobilizing, we are strategizing, we are strengthening, so that we go and compete fairly and squarely during the general elections. So, I think let us not be misguided, let us not be misled. Let us not be misled in whatever way. As UDA, we welcome our partners in ODM to help us support our presidential candidate, who is none other than William Samoei Arap Ruto.
We will continue to the ward level, then they will continue to the sub-county level, and then to the county level and the national. What is happening here, we have come here, some of us as those delegates, some of us as representatives of the party and aspirants who are willing to run and fly the Uda ticket. Like me, I will fly the Uda ticket for the gubernatorial seat of Migori County. Connected with this, we want to declare and let the President of the Republic of Kenya know that Migorians are democratic people and we want to focus on development. We don't want to focus on zoning and personalized kind of politics where people are bottled up and there is nothing going on. Migorians have been witnesses that you only come round to install projects that are started from the national kitty. What is happening in the county, we don't know. All those other leaders. So the issue of zoning, Migori is prepared for a democratic election and we welcome everybody on board. Let nobody cheat you that there will be zoning in Migori County.
Very proud as party members that at least we are moving on progressively into now electing our leaders soon enough. On the issue of zoning, I want to say that zoning is in this region, we don't welcome it. As party members, we don't welcome it because it will deny us a chance to participate in this democratic space. So we urge our party leader to stand firm because he promised us that he will ensure all pillars of governance from party system to other institutions are fairly treated, and that means even parties must compete seriously so that we get the best leaders for this country. And I'm very proud today that these activities are happening here, although it has been long overdue. So with all that, thank you so much.
The party leadership to ensure that we are going to have very credible elections at the polling centers and even at the ward levels. I'm urging our party leadership to continue talking negatively or continue discouraging zoning, because zoning kills democracy. Zoning kills people's dreams, and it denies us an opportunity to elect very competent leaders. It denies us to opportunity to elect very youthful leaders. So as a party, as a member of that party, we are opposing strong.
Asense mwende bikoro bye chinyumba kwako kana nigo bigendere comment kana chinga kibyumbi bya serikali bitenere tubwaga chise ya Engineers Board of Kenya byamochirie abagachi abubatabwati amwegero gukora kuri asense ya Kisauni oyo musubati manyekero nere Margaret Ogai ligaro kuboria gochiase bari baganiti kwagacha konyora a license erikolenda obugima na no kwegeka kwabo.
Contractors, we also ask you, make sure you follow the rules and the standards so that we build roads that are sustainable and yes, so that we can see for the future generations. They always say it is very easy to grow. If you want to grow, to make a profit in 1 year, you will grow a rice crop. But if you want to see sustainable change, you will grow trees. And finally, if you want to see transformational change, that is why we are here in the school today. You have to change the minds, you have to grow people, and that's why education is also key. So we want to integrate what we are doing, both at the engineers, building roads, making them sustainable, but also contributing back to the future engineers, to the future citizens of this country, so that we leave a richer environment for our generations to come. We have instances, and we have quite a number of cases we are investigating where non-qualified persons have offered to do these drawings, but and more still is when it comes to the construction phase. The developers are cutting corners and not engaging licensed engineers. And these are the cases that we are investigating. Let me make a call to all our developers. Make sure you work with a competent engineer. There is that feeling that an engineer is expensive, but I'm telling you, you will save yourself a lot. Imagine investing in a 100 million building and it collapses. It kills people. You start going to court. That's one appeal. I also appeal to those who are not qualified to not do work that is not meant for them. As per the laws of Kenya, you are meant to be a licensed professional to carry out engineering work. So we have this problem, and we have taken a number of cases. We have referred them to the DCI. Those who are not qualified, we just refer that matter to the DCI. But we're working in a very collaborative way with county governments. I have here a representative from the county governments, because we want to make sure, right from the whole value chain, we are making sure we are using our engineers to do the design, to do the construction supervision, maintenance, and if necessary, even the decommissioning. This problem is us, but I think it is going to be sorted out because we want to work in a one government approach. We work very closely with the National Construction Authority, the Board of Architects and Quantity Surveyors, and we do have one committee. And I know these are things we are investigating, but we are just urging everybody, please let us not, it is like, to me, going to a hospital. And the person who is supposed to operate on you is not qualified. You can imagine how disastrous that would be. So it's the same thing if we do not use licensed and qualified professionals to do work that is actually looks very, it can be very dangerous. And we have lost too many lives unnecessarily. And so we are just urging all of us, let's make sure we have licensed professional engineers. We recently published, if you check the Kenya Gazette of last Friday, all the list of the professional engineers in the country who are licensed by the board. You can easily check. We are also coming up with a new generation ID, and it's the first question you can ask. If you go to a site, ask them to show their ID. Are you a professional engineer? I think we have integrated road building with tree growing. You will find, you'll notice every project we have, we reinstate the cut earth and we put grass and we put trees. So that is part of the way we are also building sustainability. Again, even when we have what we call where we remove the earth from, yes, those open spaces, you must reinstate them. And usually we will either have it, if it is going to become a dam, you'll fence it off to keep it safe, or you can also grow trees. So that's how I think we contribute in all the spaces to keep sustainable development of all the projects that you do. And I think it goes beyond also the roads. Even if you look at the water projects, we have to build in the design sustainable.
Biemano mwanchu moriali asoko charen Ensoko TV burasumo gusina bwe kubwati murobiri oyoiga bwe Etorobini bunatoka enderete mambia yabona sebona niko tukrasi umire chiduka na nyuma yoko ruwa gosi umire chiduka ningira neno mugeni astra chiko so asenkwane yaito emambia yabona korigerelia ayagendere tokorekana emambia yabona na mono murobiri wabasaye busi bwo chori bwo mwaka ogo cha toskare net TV yago yere Ensoko TV.
Eye Ensoko TV oboroso bumugusi
mwanchu muligereri Ensoko TV egeta senambe mo aseliro baliagusi aiga no mugusi yakwa yulibaga na konyara kobaga gotegereru ase chinse 24 asa matuko atanabera seiki mwanchu muligereri Ensoko TV nechikobwata ase chi county toibere chiagusi ekse county ya Nyamira na county ya Kisii ase njira yoboikeranu na nene mono ntonyare ko batoko genda asibali bali chinsemo chire isiko yagusi asichinsemo bune chiana kuru mwanchu muligereri elitonyare ko batoko omugusi ora sensemo ya nakuru libaga elianyare ko bakoigwewa na nene mono ntonyare ko batoko so asichinsemo Childoret no mugusi ora asichinsemo Childoret nera nyare ko bakoigwewa mwanchu muligereri ntonyare ko batoko genda asibali barasa masamba kuna chinsemo chia molo aliaso mugusi yale emuletie tunyare ko batoko ireke gusioro no mugusi anyare ko bagakoigwegwa asenchera enkeranu chinsemo chia Mombasa tunyare ko batoko ikoro nelio mugusi nere anyare ko bagakoigwegwa asenchera enkeranu aiga omwanchu muligereri asegeta seni Ensoko TV no gotochi ko batoko kora igekuru gyeito tunyare ko batoko gekora asenchera bwenerete mwanchu muligereri aiga ntokoreri bina nekera obwato muchando wasiririo yo mino mwanchu muligereri tunyare ko batoko koraleria okorali kwa nyagosira asenchira ebwenerete Ensoko TV oboroso bw'omugusi.
Je, una ndoto kufanya kazi ughaibuni? Mwakala wa ALM tutakuwezesha kutimiza ndoto yako. Tunatoa ajira katika nyanja mbalimbali kwenye mataifa ya Qatar, Milki za Kiarabu, Saudia, Bahrain, bara Europa, miongoni mwa mengine.
We are legally registered by the National Employment Authorities and we are licensed to do manpower recruitment for different countries. Currently we are reaching companies in UAE, in Qatar, Russia, and we are hoping to enlarge our boundaries.
Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kwa nambari 0721151500 au 0729690571 au unaweza kutembelea katika ofisi zetu zilizopo jijini Nairobi katika jumba la Delta House, orofa ya pili, chumba nambari 204 katika barabara ya University Way.
Tupigie simu utimize ndoto yako ya ng'ambo. Karibuni sana.
Ine nuganete betri uratumia segari yao ebetri uguchachirimo ugakweba ebetri ulegene chinga kichonsi ebenga kieliberera gosenga kiyobokendu tawe chanika Autobat Kenya Limited no tulegigiga asingi chao nigo tokorosia na koni chibetiri uratumia singa kichonsi chibetiri uratumie asigari enke ebasi nonyaneli kurukuru.
Tunapopitia pale kwa gari yako tutahakikisha tumeweka na tumekupimia charging system ya gari na pia tumekupimia battery na kila kitu itakuwa iko sawa.
Alright. Sasa na ikileta shida kabla hii warranty ishe itakuwa namna gani?
Ikikusumbua kabla ya warranty utakuja, alafu tukishaiangalia tutakupatia battery ya kushikilia tukiendelea kuangalia yako.
Talia yoka ne battery yechinguru.
Battery ya Autobat ni battery ambayo ni spill proof. Kumaanisha hiyo battery haimwagi acid ile ambayo iko ndani. Hiyo battery imetengenezwa na calcium. Kama vile tunajua calcium hainanga water loss. Kumaanisha sasa hiyo battery hakuna wakati ambayo inakauka hiyo acid.
Asamange twakirisimi namba 0739697855.
Kwa wale watu wa kuja mstatiwa, wachana na battery kama hizi. Tumia Autobat. Battery ni Autobat.
Mrna nabali bechinguru erikwe manyabo na wataka kuruchitana nye chense Frida Kerubo, Innocent Onyango, Clinton Ondigi, Diana Ndemo, Ishmael Mogere, Linet Nyambane, Daniel Omwaga, eke nakige kos kiamesa yamangana maya. Kurumuchomano Nairobi, Kisii, Nyamira, nechingongo chinde chense ya Kenya. Abari kibaitomba bakorentera mangana maya asenchira yoboikirano. Emanya mange na boigo bwatra Ensoko TV koigeka chingenjo chyomugusi. Ensoko TV oboroso bwomugusi. Obulimira bwesiro yobunda bwense kurende tali nchirende yosira kurobulimi obiyoke enyoreri bagalia bene kwaegwa megerio chisemi nobosemya egerio bulimi bwekerero nechikolinga
asobolimi bochete skuru nobotigi bokumerwa mate
tebone ngombe bune yengiya
Gaya konyana eyinsimegete nterangetia maraba ekonete konya gukina yo kamaraba konya kuyira nganya kwa mabuya
beka chibuti imokio bokombe to semogondo bweli nebisumwime na pathway machine
kile sukuri Jumaine chinsa ni bere chamurago ba weka chinsa isato asomuro bere oberemi nobotugi ekero turesemia mange kura saberemi chini gongoro ka pathway machine
asomuro bere boberemi nobotugi ime Ensoko TV oboroso bwomuguse obugima norugendo rubwa tamange amaya namabe omusakito Linet Nyambane niga ngaririe imena isiko ya gusi na gusanga naba yaeteire nabako yaetera
nchekera na ibole twe unango tebiwa ndabona ibole tukinde buya ngakina kinde buya ekera na chiko ikemia kasta ngachaka ngotiferpo uira sama go wani kamanya gutokanga na twaliro bali wana wacha gitego
aya nime yo muroberio bumwenori kirali tukule Jumatano chinsaiber chabutuko ime Ensoko TV oboroso bumugusi eye Ensoko TV oboroso bumugusi.
Mwanchu mwerigeli wa Ensoko TV karibu na inde chidaika ninye gore chinse sano chiabono mambi Ensoko TV burusu bwo mugusia sense moya kabere mambi abona asoko swa senkwani ya ito ngakitura chukwanira mangana aringete abasaya se mambi yabono na ime studio nine no mugeni tuchiko sanga amonere na kire bya mweri bagagukwani kerokeria tuguchaka kusanga asobu amo bwati nkwani yegwetera sencheri yo mutandao bwekerero Facebook robaga sense media YouTube Ensoko TV na mbema wasiliano eno tisano na ibiri sano na isatu isano ne mumara gatano omweri obeka isatu tuchake kusanga asobu amo guchakera bono goika omwerio karibu sana emambia ya bono karibu ime Ensoko TV na kire byo kwani umurigererio wa Ensoko TV karekeri tuguchaka enkwani yaito emambia ya bono
mbia muno muraria abancho bonse asmwabeta abategereri ba Ensoko TV TV ene gusiengima na abakwaniri mwensi mbia muri abale gusi abale Nairobi abale Kenya ngima na abale yansi ya Kenya na abakwaniri ase mambia bono mbia muri mwensi nyasa utegoreire na turarero turakwana mangana biratatu
abune nchire muyo kubiko boroso ase oyiboire erieta diago na boigo nsemo kieyere asensemo yabasaye na monase kya makerekia UDA kurase county ya Nyamira
mbia mono ase erieta nguru kwa Clinton Omari ali erieta yana baba ngete na sokoro igongi boira ali bogetu wa Masaba eyere ya Nyamira county ase county ya Nyamira na ondo ya mwa wasabalia bajorete kuchorwa buna youth leaders kurasi constituency ya Kitu Masaba na ondamo twakorega asiaso mwako yo muchiko yo kabere tubwatane tene tubwato kubwanga election to next time ngura ni gutora sekero geki
okay ekerokeria gwa kwanire engana eyega yabasae na monokura se ensemo ya serikali kwetera se kya makerikia UDA libori igali nene ndiri na weikira bono iga asingencha se ensemo ya serikali nigo serikali kuboni wana serikali tera koleke gocha na boigo una ensemo ya yomusae aso mwako 2023 ocho mwako 2024 gotira ebintu mbirega bire bitatokonyora basae bakubuni serikali na serikali tera koleke serikali tera ikiranie ekiga gocha na boigo amakongu au na boni gabara tukokwana ntubwatengana ya mafuta weya bayiri tukerigalia rero nigekagire na ukurubikana nkore kuganiri kokorekana abantu basokie elio ko ase kurwekerero kya gutya serikali na ligolia rigalia mafuta nigolia kene shilingi ya 40 serikali yakaine shilingi 10 igone nchira ya muyo kumiga omo Kenya ekerukiri gukora kurasa nsemu yekiama kya UDA na eno musayo kunu kokotebana amakongwaya iga abakenya bagwetera nekerero kya basaye kiujumla na boigo bona baganetia monchuri ya korekane oburai nebintu korekana minute na agekoroteke ngikumi gitikuru sensemo yao
umuraria mbia mona siri swali elio na ende tiango tebe ngomuraria umuntu no muntu igento kana kota umuntu no muntu ngelinga muntu tanya gwisaneka babante tinge iyo muntu abwatenda yesese gento ngelinga na ali unara litali koraki serikali ya Kenya aso gukwana ke maine ngelinga serikali ngokolire gas for the last 3.5 years almost 4 serikali ya kolire gas to take care of the national areas to the county levels talk about the county levels sai kere county ngonyolere umubagoye in time true or false ngonyore chibasiri chibete ku budget ku ngoyena nuchire na treasury in the right time courtesy of the national government akoru hoda that is the president yakuru hoda tabanga engakiye kae county gete besagete kulingana mu bagori national government era located kubulinga ina kya bantu bagatabanga gintu getengera kolekana I tend to devour igento korango teba yongelinga development ya koliru in all sectors to shakire a sector kuruka education omuralia ozo kwanjira na insenelinga university ya Kenya igo chia konyora cha beri chigo sira p from the previous regime ya government ya tete konyora university ya takire gusira ruta gasone serikali akaikaransa kanyoranga serikali negetagete kwirana libalo umuntu mwananchi anyara ko bakagosoma nageko funding ya Kenya ya bege to in a way that umwanafunzi wa university bora is a public university mbali bagosoma gusa funding karoko nyeligereri bantu bali bakurwa se family yanse patali kwenyara you can bear me witness ne kwatu masani ya moiga fi ya begere sana according to the bands ba wakanu konyanga band gete na ale ba kwa na almost 5,000 for the whole semester that is a great development on in our universities to went to work rembo ndishimiwa rugu ya Ruto nga mbiya mona sama nganai. That is education. Genda bono gusi katukwa ne major gusi asa mangana development one chipara. Aso kubwati ya muraria previous regime ya lengo ne linga nonye kilometers ya para njo cha gusi. Sai bino to na iga ogende ground gusi ogende oligereri kerase chakeranya no timo girango ira ndabaka bogituto ogende burabu oira na west chipara chikorosi gutukura mugaso. Courtesy of the national government ya William Ruto ya saizi. Ono omosae ni gatutebe etamere igoro ya basae.
Okay.
Igo bata getinga bono gintu giteke koru gitarahera wotakanindeki. Kwa igure. Na kiko nyoranga bono development ya Nyamira na Gusii in general bagusi mbaranyi itabera. Yakogera number 1. Serikali igatabanga abanafunzi ba majority bagende TVETs basomere these technical courses bacha bayigwegas.
Emirimo y'amaboko.
Y'amaboko. Bagateba yaya njenta getengende university na Nairobi gali ngene nsomere obunyagitari. Bande bagasoma bakanga babachi gukora. Bona yekirenge gasi yera nduga bantu bakore bantu batakore tuki batayo. Chitura gita chabe nchira gusi nko example eparane cross west mugirango bona iga mugusi atayo kwa gasi ya none ko ndetira gita. Simply because they are not qualified. Iga zbara nyara no gotenende chigali parana gosabanga usena ki mangana tabakonye.
Para ki?
Para to kwana sai west mugirango
asingicho eyere inse umubunge Steve
Mugaka ogenda nyamaiya para nera ali cross kubona yo nto kwana iga I've been there on the ground nelinga muntu tayo oranya koragasi no yeturagita abantu bakurusi kubagere baza kwenda tituragita
igo mugusiera mere mukiero ne yamaboko gose ne ya mere
no ne yamaboko yonse mbatageti because nabantu basomete muguzi atenga njendo muntu somete
asense muyendekera ukoligereria nonyena asemirime yamaboko asengencha abantu ngokora bari kibese ki emirime yiga ya jua kali yakira lituko na benge munane konda mugusi narora kana emirimo yamaboko asengencha gwatebere na mugusi tayorora ase pali ya nyama ya nonyena oyomo
abagusi eneko batenga abagusi go
bali asengencha ntubwate balia chipi emirime yamaboko kolema na gukora bintu binde.
I was talking about youth generally na ngo specify abagusi abange babate abasomete njeno muntu asomete tingo chikoyo gasyo kwa ndi gurubaro gansu kumeki gase makonere yinga gendi gurubaro yesukuma muchanga gucyali usukuma sumitiye ucyali tobeke pare torosi batageti amakara batino warali okonyanga contract ya bere ya publishing nitagete wakazi babora ndete tagete gasya makoko bono basa go breme serikali nga metabono serikali ya Kenya tiri to gasi ne gas they are available at the end of the day umuntu akore gasi igatagete pesa be komu mubuko wate bunga sukume gurbale gucyali ga nyore litoko be komu buko batageti basa ebangire gasi
ngokwira ne asensemeri yechibesa igoro yechibanda asensemeri yechisemia sengenchi chibandi tubwate bandi entangani ya kabiri ya gatatu ya kane paka ya gatano korengana na asore konyobalia family yoko nyora wainse ya kabiri gatigati paka okonyora kuli kwegoro ekero okoligereria enchera chibesa ichiga chiko bagwa nabo igenchera bago chiba identify chi familia na family enkwenyarere eteri kwenyara ni rigere gatigati aso mwaka wechilifu bera merongibere na isa tunaone gwikira bonega konyorana umwanafunzi nare ose uiboire kurwa se familia lina era labda okonyora kwa ni gokore wensepi lakini wacha konyora asabekire korengana na bari okora identification yeria sengencho mugambi nko baroro no gwechuli koli kwanyora na abekira ase atakani erikoba asenseme yuarona ki ko basengencho ekinekerero nabo igomba ri bachire evidence na kincheligereria asengurwa familia yana tini kwenyara kirigeria asembekire konyorom agwakane school fees up to around 150,000 nandi no mwalimu
umurali tiango tebinga serikali kireo kora manganae igo what from the grassroots bago chakranse ministry of education ne very categorical nga kero bago kora banding ibago chakra umwana funsi yoyo itenyareti ngai asomete kwanza primary to kontinga igo kure family tai kwenyara osomete school primary academy school primary iyo ikolokinga from the word go nuko lenge space ko nyara goyakanira kwebeke academy school
lakini uranyora rende naro bwata sponsorship because nabokonyorana umwana naro ibwira se familia nginata iyo useni gari ntakana agachia kanyore yanko yae usaka nyoro umuntu geteiga akamusira akamwire academy akamubeke boarding labda nyonekero kwira ne nyomba kero kanyokuri nyonekera ari rusa ndagererete ya kolipi lakini ekere school ye gwira sako soma nigachira kabikwe boarding getengia tali na nero kwebegeto niga responsible no muntu gete so nigo wopanisha mwanafunzi asenge cha responsible no muntu
morali kero ba kora application ya HF kero ba kora application natha kero lirubenda kuchori kura from the free gender muturetie na somo gambi kero arigere ngana abwate scholarship kotenga usino equity alikomo fund baada ase LPS ya wono iga funding chirengo bachira loketere sa wanafunzi pali yo chiba stiringo so achire kwarore ege ntonkelinga umwanafunzi okurwa ase familia inse ni toka ngo botanga evidence nero ni ringa majority of them no ni ifi yabo ne konataki ne rense ne catered of akini abandi bari igoro they are not tiabe yakanire babwato kwenyara yani igonga ruto otemere kuiraniria abantu bari basari tari kwenyara ngabono twairwe
omwako 2022 murayobona taraswa bisekero ketokora senseme yechibesa omwanafunzi uli ogosomera obwalimu school fees ya irenga alikurwa somwaka tatebe ores university nyone moyi ores masinde mulero ose Nairobi irenga alikurwa somwaka
from that time from university I can give a reference tatebe it was launching between 20 to 30 15 20 30 there
that semester nabona irenga bakurwa
bona iga somebody is paying almost 5,000
Nole nekene?
Nekene because onya go target.
Okay, but bago barabu school fees fee structure so got up to 140,000.
Fee structure omanyete abantu baitu ba
se bakurensenga.
Tali bakurensenga abantu baitu ba very ignorant sana. Fee structure kere korosugwa for all students. At the university gete fee yaito igere 170,000 per year. Serikali yagenda yali omwana wetu kumwira Kenyatta University ntoli takunyara guyakanira 170,000 tigatumwakanire through this band autumubeke band gete tumwakanire our share that is around 80%.
Okay,
correct. Wakanu this 80% nende kwa world help onyoleko help ngochere ya okonyanga bona this amount kerago chiguyakana onya wasting sana. Yeah.
Ase etaro yomuraibwense ase orogongo rwagusiye kero kiriye tukoye kwanira aso bwango mono gwakwanira igoro ya mangana y'echipara nabo igo ukungusana na nkororo na nonyana ase university Elia Nyamira ase ebekirwe kiraboniga techetko bagazete le budget ya ete yogocha korengana nabarayi nabo igo ase bari babwate obumanyi igoro ya mangana nabo igo babwate information bachire baligererina what is happening ase orogongo rwagusi abasae egotebekana nanigo mugutumekwa nekiama kya UDA mobilization mokogorwa ase mere bakorate bana it is all about handouts lakini tokera na sensemo yobo korali no weta itegane chira kurwabwo mangana yo aelire aina arwe gotebekana na rumura ibwensa akoreta sorongo rwagusi nigo yaringena nuko kwana koko kyo mwana inchi
umuralia yana ra kurusi na yasa mangana yo bwate nga iga basera gutumikwa that is itali nkwanangia umuralingi ntokero nkelinga mobilization nabera abake gokorwa ono te ontinga UDA kira kora mobilization UPA ya Nyamira gose UPA ya Nyamira bali kora mobilization matangina arengo the other time ba kora mobilization yabo UDA nya kora mobilization yitin komanya because abantu banchiti bagesokia
lakini nere bya gwakana omuntu amanyiko nda so musangerekano oge siasa ina yani ngwakana umanyiko ta so musangerekano
into ekingeyo ngilibya ndengeta keri in short ndite okora igo into manyito muntara akore nimugondu narenge kurema kwa na igure ngarero ngo nubato mukutano ari tombe nyambaria nimo kente tiangenda mugambi nkyakora ngyagukwana na atikiro bokombe bwana mugona achire go tegerera nabwo yarenge byangana kina itkona tiringa to ngakira kasukalingira ne nyomba nchikobeka ekina kero ekitalinga no wakanwa ne ringa bono wantegerere twagambira nawe muraria bono skali to uchira nyomba enyanchire yakora mugona ari nkore maike bagondo ziri tuko na achire gotegera na chiza
chana na achire kolibeta sensemo ya muina
na nire kiza chiana na inje na aremira asore ko gotegera bono ko ngasanti gacho mwambire nebe bobe mbuyere itali makosa lakini igende abantu bagatanga ngumuntu agwaka numa ko yando mugutano asenja intend divanga ikitali kintu kereke maene ubuno ina mangana ya propaganda nyingi sana.
Ase mo bosiwa bochorio bonene ntu atware to bochorio bokase county ya Nyamira na ekiama kia UDA mugasibigwo gosibigwa okomo 2027 yaro mochi mukenyare na bone wave irasa orugongo rwa gusi na bono omwana weliro bali agusi bono soire oiranirenka
umuraria
tiganchi besencho muritu sana asobochori ubo boke bwakorekanete nyansiongo nyamaiya ekerenyo gocha
umuraria tigango tebinga from the previous by election cha beta Nyamira isato entongeringa baratenga abantu ba inga UDA twasibetwe tigango rusi ngotebinga UDA ntwe bangete into na tebengeringa kera abantu bakominyoka naro gutangana naro kuba namba ibere bono manyanga abantu bali twa bwate UDA iyo barengi kuba namba ibere chinguro kora chigitase gete chikakora chikabakea lakini bono bali charge tyango ashwenga these coming elections Nyamira mama ngoro rore gusiengi manga UDA is there to stay abantu ngora bali very powerful basoke ninde basoke ne chinguro babwe ingeringa by election chabete nawe yarengi nga tatebe bunanyamaiya candidate ne tuyabona takoba UDA tatiga bano bakamungusa bakamwera ko cyari bakamunyoroki no kuko babanzi bali bayirete no yakabanga UDA bali nawe yari kirenga na kinko kora banki ngobu abarengi
ntubwata magana akoro kwana naro zoning ayuwikira boni yake rukulireria agendere guchanda asenseme yebyama okubaga chingongo ke siasa nengane iga ya zoning akero kwategere kiama kia ODM igoromba bwate youth convention yo mwaka 2026 county ya Nairobi nigo barema mincha na mangana zoning lakini ase kiama kia UDA kero kwategere rumuri kibe kiama gotebana demokrasia yensi ya Kenya ngwanchirere na you can field abarwane bibiro byonsi ensengi matugane rigoteba na bono county ya Nyamira ne kiama kia UDA gose UPA gose kiama gete go kwenda Migori na bono nkwaligereria utracha kiama kia UDA nkibange tobochori we kiama kia se county ya Migori obono bwachake koleto bwoba na kiekari kunyaka ne kiama kia UDA ya chake go se county ya Migori na kolengana Migori baroche na kiama Migori ne zone gose ne boma ye kiama kia ODM engane yiga ya zoning woswa chori bo mwaka ogocha
omoraria nto basokorna stwarure karo so my history kare ekiama kiarenge kamenga kia moi abantu mbasumbogete sana demokrasia karwanirwa bakomore bagatabanga yaya tie byama bikoreki bibe binge enjira yame gutwara byame binge ngeringa bono no bando cia sorabe ekiama kiriota getako bakaba it is your right ko base ekiama kiriko otaki otagete. When talking about the UD and ODM, barasa serikali, that is the broadcast, yeah. Bueno, ya to kirenga muntu nari bogerari otagete urusore member ya UDA. Bueno mocho kubeka zo linginga bona ga ene ganse tugane bedroom yaito totenene umuntu nari very powerful ne kiongozi kya mambi lakini mwamusekerere siko asengenje yake tali chama ya ODM. Nino sikole kurumaga ndagena kia saliri amangana manga no ngusi wikira mwatanga bona muntu nga tali ODM ndiri kumwakira kura kwanya nga twabekira amatwetwe obisi kwarodi karto abekira umuntu obisi chama ya machorete tali bantu amachorete kwarodi bona na environment ali tukokora ekogara chama ya mubege tobisi nirakora ki nirakurinda yoka igo to me amangana zoning na tatakiri ngatenga bona ini zoning yaitu tiga any candidate so ekiamo tagete buri enye tagete kuburi kurasegete tenno buri last time you saw monta kuimoka okay ndo kama etenga ninde magega ya monto gete chama gete yane ninde guarantee ndikorande nkobwande sai egento yo kubwati ngeringa no ne kiongozi ole no tagete gukora abanda magendera twakoire kirogo ntuliko jigurite ngabona ine zone ine region yaito no UDA na watu chokora igo ngabona nga ine zone yaito tigato monto UDA ubika ole powerful itego chikonyarikana on the best tigabe feel akora magendera yeah
igoro yandoa enyuma magendera tigati kiama kia ODM na UDA ngaye kurwa ngaye guche sengencho abamoina bagoteba nabona masikani tigachake kororekana baya masikani ababa UDA muri kuwa bamino ba ODM amasikani mwachakira koleta machaya semesa na ndini gotuga ni iri kubwaterana
abantu kero baikaranste emesa koragira kero muntu natakira bwate protocol iliero neringa bono isabe nyina abakristo bari tosabe tumeosoka koraki koragira bona tu gocha otebe bono ngo ikaranstire oso koragira te kunyarekana into mbine thinkeringa ODM ba chira asa serikali no batigete tebe na the former leader no abatigete ase fraud based woni atokirenga bonsi mbale bapwate tamagiti taringia mundata gitara arakuna kwanza arabeka mubuko eyo etachi kunyarekana bono egento batangana mazikani batagite neringa bono baharinga bono ndori korigeria abantu bakuona na mazikani abantu gite specific na boka bako majukwandira na mazikani tutagite bantu bandi bari kwana mazikani yendo ngeringa bono abana batinga bategete koragira batarasaba babwatiru bande bunga karakira tiga toba bange tosoera inia yamo ene ndagere tokorito twensi na kikera oro bona bantu batora lakini neringa ODM ngo soera coalition ya UDA nende karabaregas the general election yigocha no ibiongozi bikurwa ono ndibwensi utagete kwa na position ingia tigaso asa serikali ime abwatise serikali
ere kalende gatiga eikesinye
gosinya nkuye guti gosinya yende bantu kumanya there is a master of politics nero tanga ine mutwali ebyonse nawo biko karakaligwa
yebona
nabiko karakaligwa yende ngelo karasinya siasa muralia no manyete bo nga byonse nabyo birabe mbija ndiko gabe soegebo bibe abo yebange nere no sekoligererio sisai nkunya kufukora miranere kunya koraki kunya kubwataniwa mbibange byoka
Mogere Ensoko TV namba mwasilano nigere notisano na ibere isano na isato na mara gatano mwero beka isato ugotumia ujumbe yago gosebwa kesimi ekirikiri atogandira tosanga sobwamo emambia ya bono ukwane na Clinton youth leader kurase kema kirikya UDS county ya Nyamira ukwane nere asa atogandira tosanga emambia ya bono namba nigere noti isano na ibere isano na isato na mara gatano mwero beka isato akesimi yago libo liriagondererie gose nkirikieke ogani ti commentera gose tusange asubwamo emambia ya bono iga ekero tukolira mangana ye byama chinga kichindo konyorana ebyama nigo konyora barabango sana gotebana nigo tugani tigusira abasae tutenene nabasae lakini ekero ye ikira samba bagalia yoborai nonyane ibirogo kwacha konyorana basaya stay bono bagocha baruka kurase kema KUDA na mono kurase county ya Nyamira mwatigaire isa sengechekero koligereria nonyana barayi bari bagoteba kubara emyaka yabe kero kuyebeka byebya teriase emyaka iriga ni eriko bayabasaye emyaka yabo yaetire igobone tukwabeka asekerengo yabangina amo nabagaka lakini koligereria musaye kibweso kirie labda asobwe MCA obo senator obo governor gocha konyorana mubarwa basaye ni goromoke sana ase county ya Nyamira kurekia makia UDA ribagalie no ngairira ase kiameke
umuraria abaragambi baregeti bono iyo bachore to the previous elections ali bachore tu from the look as toroch bono ngeringa bono engaki yabo baminyo kiregeti barosire ndotakere bono tuba fix tuba change tuba bekasanga na into bono nabasae tetokeze tosegeti tominyokanine geti nebarai nakwo batabanga bono the asasai election torochi abasae na bange besokiri tujakere specifically from UDA abasana bange baro bayesokiri neri batagetenge sirimbe tigera abugiku tumanya gochagoraki kominyokani iyo bono manya kurubona ngabantu bari barari mutwari yito bari batanganeta bara twachorete 2022 ngaki yabo yaikiretie abanje na baro batutigere unabasae torakoraki tominyokani experience baro tenga bono last batinga experience to koliye kwanza trabeka mangana gusibuya banya bekire bakurire bono abasae betokezire tubato mwe senator guchugote no musayo moke kuterenari inuganya tiamangana isimbira be kubona tiabantu barakoregasi bali baro ntundiri kunya kubapinga na baito tiabakoregasi evirimbike kubeka mutuga abasaye ngo atokeza bali bamnyoke base baloti nende kobwanko bo
miro beriki mbete kura sensemo yabasaye asenge nchonga kiende kwararo lirena unabono engakiri twa bwatamanda mara usokorobekana ku mwaka bwechile fu 2023 abasaye bari basogetie matukabira 3 kumbe nigo yaringe nchire yemo yokonyora use gutambuka guchiase ekiwango kinde bono ngakienda okonyora nabasae mukurwana inwe abanyene ase abanyene whereby na mogosoka mwacha n'umurubiri natuganti gokora iki lakini mbaro konyora bari emesu chinswe era buna ikamutwari iganya anyore opportunity getensi nini nigagoika ubabwe ebirengera libwango otambukire ochire obatigire asensemo ejo mugoitana inwe asabanya
tianchi inataka gotebinga muntu no muntu ninda basaye bono baitu abantu abajenzi chaminto batu bari tameri guru sana saye kirenga bono musaya ategete food to might to survive yani into we have ideas more than I want to very boy dinga bono tigato pangeiga bale batebete around yete torusinya libo into gakuma sana nganyalibo ngokora toliki kumurustoro umusaya maga akamnyoka katangana akakunekia kuneta karagira gasende getore akakoraki akiyebacha one igento gwita basa ngeringa etamaya basa erigoro. That is the unfortunate part ngano into gotete kurwane segiyeye abantu baleta maya berigoro nindigo bakogenda basaria mangana wokabe fixers batagete bakoraki basalenda bakira datika nimbo atukubwanga uko imani nga nya God willing this time round agenda stabasara nchiko ba manifested for yendo kile abantu batebiranga nekitokokora ntokekole bakomwelyo. I'm very optimistic nga this time round abasaye banchire
kubate bikundi okumerana mesangira kano
ebikundi mbiro ebinge sana ebinge kabisa bire abasaye munya komena bale banya go discuss ninde the good thing nilinga bano from the look abasaye boka ba feel the pain yo muntu go support yo muntu genda mutu ali yo genda ekonya bweka eba abande so that pain ya bero ngani bono abasaye munyo karansto twanya go committee nkenke tonya go teba ninga bono nota gitigento gite ntoko konye tora konya iyo kugana mutu ali twebe but that wave ya takero go changa bono tiga abantu baito to bayamo munige kundi ya kemo tokolega pamoja so that at the end of the day benefit na jangola ki benefit buna wono aba gusiba minto tigamba tebiga asamboli gerere TV abasae chingurumba bwate tora bwate na togenda to mugusi omusayo mo toko ba governor to ikijana
na ari mo identify no nyino yomo
na ari to identify na kina otinge siribi toganyete tomanya okora ki tomanya ko minyokania aba gusit kana ndaba tebinga omusayo mutiso komwa na konya bantabange na abeka basaye bali bakeiga atebenga agenda goteneta gataga okote tagataki county ngima basaye bali konya konya kurumaiga bale nari bali bachore tagatagi ye bantu bali bachukopima yani there are very many youths about you benefit from this leadership other than compared to omonto lyo mugaka ukoira bantu bamwe ko bali musani na bwa experience ubora itagete bwa mambi mboli ngabona tali experience lo likorigere no muntu rakore mwaga umuntu bebikora ninerete tukorosi in the near future and that is the way to abeka ndimna basayamo nyasaye ngonya gutwanjira squeeze mangana ali manga ngakine to ikira basaya to ikaransa mwega to disagreements from the previous years tuetana chinkwana from the look from the last 3 months cheri kurumagega this year korea chagete nilinga basaya ngonya ku chapter yambo na basaya banyamira
okay
nindenga agreements ngonya wochachire inde onya bintu bigo saleka chi amaona litobwate wakati ko ba successful
okay yamano mwancho morigeria ase okwendera kubwatia ya egonsi engaki asabona nigo tukura simni chiduka na ko maya nyuma yo simni chiduka ningirane osentwirane na yande amange to skara netibi yago boigora bwake simi yago korwa bwo gose karatwiranire no chwaka esimi yago boigo tume ujumbe niro chengonya goswachire gabwo tukurwa ase umutima komoke ngo chiande kuimukia esimi yago erio tosange aso bwa memambia boro endra waka esimi yago
Eye ni Ensoko TV oboroso bw'umugusi obutindiro bosombasi amate ninki kere tokore
asamari etangoro ko munyagitari bosire ko Rehabilitation Center Better Me Rehabilitation Center togotoka asegusi ensemo ya Gesonso na Nairobi ga ugoche ensemo ya Ungatarunga Xerian Road. Ime ya Better Me nigo togokonya abantu bari amaruna amariogo yogotindi asariri obongo bwabo. Togokonya abantu buna umwanafunzi orenge kwende university ongere gutumia maruna amariogo yogotindi amosariri bono yaikireke wango guikaru aligo. Kwanya oroyo onde orenge kwende kanisa otigire onge yakonywa mariogo yogotindi na amaru abasari. Erio twabaretaga Better Me twabarwali erinde obugima bwabo bwirane gochaso obugima obi.
Asamange twakirisimia namba 0706840844. Better Me Rehabilitation Center lichiburio gukora chingatale ichyobutindu.
Omurayi omukuru bwense ya Burkina Faso Thomas Sankara niga tebete nige kuira ekerengo gete kyobo balimo kibirengeralio eliokolenta amontelio ya magenderero asama tukabusio na kyoge kogera omuseneta Gloria Oruba erure koba ebalimo yaino asomusimamo yomutindi akonye kubwanerera omugusi inyora omusike Oruba nigalenge omuseneta omuchorwa wiki amagia serikali ya UDA kurende agesokya kubwatisia omurwandereria wekerugo kyoborai bwense kurwa orogonko rwagusi omusike Dr. Fred Matiang'i abange bakamuruke balimo igoika kaurwe kerugo kiaye kyobo seneta asogotenena nomugusi omwabo nonyabono atabwati emirimo obeire okurwanirira abasubati wekinia kiuchumi koenana ebitamba byobochenu naboigo kurwania chisegi chiegenka bono nigo abulirio mugusi komochora buna omu women representative bwe county ya Kisii asobocholi bwomwakugocha elio aire obubalimo bwaye alia sebunge agenderere kurwanirira omugusi emeremeye nigetaga tomusubati omulemu Oruoba narokwe balimo takumeti kugicha obubalimo obo bokonye kurwanirira omugusi mbuya gutwara omusubati omulemu gose balimo kubwa gutwara omusubati omwoba okoni gesaku uyo nere Gloria Oruoba ebalimo yagusi.
Mrna nabalibe chinguru elikwe manyabo na wataka kuchitananya chinse Frida Kerubo, Innocent Onyango, Clinton Ondigi, Diana Ndemo, Ishmael Mogere, Linet Nyambane, Daniel Omwaga, eke na kigekos kiamesa yamangana maya. Obulimira bwesiro yobunda bwense kulenge talinchira ndio sura krobolimi obiyoke enyoreri bagalia bene kwa egwa megerio chisemi nobosemya egrio obulimi bwekerero nechikolinga
asobolimi bochete skuru nobotigi bokumerwa mache
tebone ng'ombe bune yengiya
Gaya konyana eyini simbegete ntera ngetia maraba ekonete konya kukina yo kamara konya kuyira nganya we kwama buya
beka chibuti imo kyobo kombe to semogondo bweli nebisumwime na pathway machine
Kristo kuri Jumaine chinsa ni bere chamuragoba wika chinsa isato asomuro bere oberemi nobotugi ekero turesemia mange kura saberemi chini gongoro kwa pathway machine
asomuro bere boberemi nobotugi ime Ensoko TV oboroso bwomugusi. Eye Ensoko TV oboroso bwomugusi.
obrendo mwanchumo rigeria sensemo yiga ya gatatu mambia ya bono ase togandira togosanga ase obwagare na banigere noti sano na ibere sano na isatu isano ne mumara gatano mweri obika isatu bono akesimiago na boigo otume ujumbe yago kerokere togandira togosanga ase obwamo emambia ya bono ntubata magana vota tanauta okweri kebuna omwaki ekura gwekera boniga county ya Nyamira keroko rigeria ni gomo barore around 12,000 ase data ria sogete ase wiki ya etete na gwikira na sensemeria county ya Kisii ni gobara around 37,000 no mubaro yiga keroko rigeria nyone kura sensemeria ya basae umurubiro no rochagetwe na hemba na tuko kadi omochire gokonya at some extent usase kerengo gete kuninde bado abasae especially kura sorongo rwagusi umubaro no rense sana naralia yagenda tukura senseme yesenge chekero kuri county ya Nyamira bado nigere insemono nabasaye bari ase county ya Nyamira nabangi bari basaye bakekero kolengani umubaro uri bwabagaka nabangi na senseme area yabasaye
sure amaene endo kerongelinga target ya mass registration yeye target major youths ya youths batwale en ngana gitembe sana nga na just like rachiko koraki rachiko ngonya. That is why konyanga majority of the people no ine bane mate kubwata osonje babwatire yonya nawo chitaka process ikibana ya sokire tata kubwatire ande koraki kochiko kioi yala time ko aroje news nga ibande binge bya bere ni huduma centers na the officers ya IDs for almost 6 months bon ta apply 6 months ago ikibande tata itiko kenda koraki okioi ani abasanga bose bagutaka basugumwa I don't know ngeko ba peneli but koru this initiative ya chitenga niko card at least ya tema usuma 121212 nenda marching my very youth singa gaki kumuranje ekura nerero erao konye nerera kubeka sotagete nerera gerotie kunya kwemurunga ninga tiraro aserugentogete tinda pe ugentogete umosa soka genda bwate kura beke kura ganya next elections genda akikura. That is the only way muntu ekure yage monera gere muntu liwo mubole kubeko bisi aruoro muntu myakoreki abe ko bisi nakingo abasaiti ngonya kupanya usukuma sukumuga the good thing lelinga no kunde takwera there is still more time abasaya go ikero abasaya banginguru bale university ba break for the holidays ninde na imani nga bakogenda ka bande bande watrichikuranka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akesimiago bono tuchaki gosanga subwamo iga bono nengaki yogwaka esimiago na boigo aseriburio liago ndirelire mambia ya bono chisimi chegolirwe namba nigere notisa no nebere sano na isatu isano ne mumara gatano mwerio beka isatu Ensoko. Karibu sana.
Yo no mwana ndutu torwaiga ya senda. Atenyenye yebiro na ichi satita ediko andamangana mangenda edemporio mongwano yuga.
Yeba. Yeban. Okay.
Epare guruguru nyaramba egende kiabanyaru etironzeka esoke mukomoni erarosigo epare goru nyangongo etire chikosoke chikumirana nonseka guruke birugo moino erarosigo tipara nere guruguru ya sende soke egende Nyamira etirimboke gari eti Nyamira maega egende mpaka bogichora moino erarosigo nita data bempara ki yarosigo okakero morai chingobi ebina binta tara kwana nyigo.
Okay. Biemano, chakra, igoro pale ruateba chakra tukura sensemo ya Nyamaya. Tebere na parate yo no nyene ye mo ya rosiwe gosia chakra koroswa. Tiga to bwatene elio to chibwatania uchikubwatania mabori ya yuansi. Ensoko.
Hello Ensoko TV.
Karibu sana.
Ukona na Justus Nyakundi. Kurwaiga bogira ngomate.
Yebana.
Nikongo ta umura yadi ro tungaina. Ege kogera tinde tiko moira tinde tenda moreta na rukuga. Origera die para ya na ruke sale gede kongo. Para kyo ya wata da kiro siri ndindo kiruta wata da yeke na wata da viga. Ati ko to ngaina.
Okay.
Ege ko garodi garde kese li uru ne ya Ruto. Eta sauti nera nene.
Kayeri ogire TV.
Kese ni ya uru na Ruto eta sauti nera ora nene. Ege ko garodi garde kurai uru skuru fisi to ale ko 18,000. Bona igoje education ya Ruto abaiboli bakorera. Igo mongwano yadi go tongaina ara ena so bari ringa nero siriati go bakora bwake.
Okay.
Aya mugasomia.
Biyemono. Naibo. Narayo ujumbe yago bwatoka baro ntogendere tukusanga asubwamo. Tuchakire asesemeri echipara umanye gocha aseseme echiseme.
Omoraria. Abantu baitu nagotenga abantu baitu n'abantu ababisana epare ya mabaliri nyama ya kero muntu abatenga tarosigu egono muntu ukwana kurasanga abantu bale ground yo muntu akesi mule ground abatenga gosetenga nchiro cha zakregas epara jikorosigu kutukora mugasana gotebe ona abantu baitu batwale naronga umuntu uno yo ndakwana usari naro kongusi mugani omuntu ari naro akwana jipara jire gustanya kogendo nche gukwana I've been there on the other Friday na nga matanga aringe I was in
uri bwakate bana ni gari ground
ground yani epare yagote ya tombe epare no Ruto na aringe gusinanya kwanire epare is going to be worked a contract anire ground nende development epare ingo chakere korosi
abantu baito libolire gandiri naki etofauti na erega tiyo gukwanire parana na iche chake kwago chaka koroswa na bo igo chaka korosia epare iyo nga yote nene nugo chaka ya chakire koroswa gose ne iche chake koroswa
epare ya chakire koroswa umurai wenza atebire nga epara koroswa gose gende ten koroswa kere is the commander in chief na kwa to tinga ka atebire go manya abantu yabamanya nga epare koroswa were iko kende yasija kwaniro epara koroswa tiga abantu batike para ta koroswa bali moryoka ninde sai mbrango ne utwere gusi iko bona ba expecting epara koroswa moryoka igere
umurai wense William Ruto nkobuni wara singenchu echira chinyinge agocho tebana eye pare eye koroswa were twabekire besa gite gocha lakini kero gocha koirana kwanyorana kenenkeyo giakorekanire
nago tenenga umurai wense is the commander in chief ende kintu ga kwanire abantu bakwana nga university koroswa nya bantu bakakwana berebere nyinge nga university no muntu bosa the other time waziri mama nwalenge na KDF by ground sayo nto kwana iga you abantu abange by ground sayo development yachake abange barari bas develop ba nyale bigento ekora abantu ba ground investing koroswa and expect more to come because akwana tromono yes but there is thing yakora as a ground
teatro imukineye Ensoko
Ensoko diviaro
karibu sana
Makori mokwane
karibu sana Makori
zino mukacho
nyamaya
west mugirango
iya bano
umagani oyo na igore ga tane barangara sigere ko nyamaya Gangaro de bara ke karo se ko nyamaya kare pare ya nyamaya ko ga to je kerenyo ya veire sinsi moi makabano aiga
iya bano
Jose kwa romo na iwe sina anda gusi ona rusi bara kurumiro kama sosa yagende kerenyo okaraba abananji bakonyesime kama toke omugeni wete anga tena bara kijikoro wasiguna ndete kwake kugone barangoro wasigwere
okay
kigatiri utu ngaina
byamano baro na bwa sensemo yepara Ensoko
Hello
iya bano
inje na irante bono bigamo boliri swali lie para bia
iya bano
para ya kurunyamaya soke mabaliri agende kyoge agende mbake jiko soka kekendo umurai wense na jete omwako oriyo maega akatewe bare inabekire chibesa inatengenezwa kandi ngena nyamoke kerenye akatebere para ya tombe asoke agende sinde chiko kwenda mokomoni rogoro nabekire chibesa mbakorwere nande neriye bachete korosia ekorosi kuboni ground egiaranje none ground tindo chibinte
okay Ensoko
Ensoko
karibu sana Bwana.
Kurunyamaya.
Karibu sana Kurunyamaya.
Umura yule gabu kwana epara agwa kelevi jamano kwara kule parna ga ndrete. Manye tendo kai bintu kutungai.
Bwana.
Bori none pare Kurunyamaya na jetega ari utrimba ke kagenda bage katiko soka mate nyambambo. Sari gite pare gote soka bonda kaya trimba na mate nyamba ko gote pare kurumiruke ko genda bage katiko soka nyamusi. Oito kuri pare wichi mabariri Kurunyamaya. Iko muntu ake bicho kwane bintu bire bironge tula banta banene. Iko muntu ukira na kuko so kwane misitai.
Okay.
Umbara yuko isoje ta ko tabige ntutaruji. Kanga ake tebi ta ko ja kwara kuno le abantu mbaro ne kontrol tibira kitaini ma bikure.
Biyamana. Ensoko? Wakire bya.
Oyenerike mambe gukwana.
Karibu.
Omongwana oyitigati ko ngane ibintu motebi akwa nebintu biryaro chibyaro si gutario ko jago kungaina bantu ga se TV nga kende te gyaro se pare ya nyama yago kwana. Gento nge gyaro si wande ntoke ge andere tor. Alafu university ya kyaba nyarwa ko kwana. University yo found mo bondi foundation yaro se tigwe. Our main time started university would be launched about we have launched, we have put nothing. Hakuna kitu story na kutenga na kusema mwambie aweke let the guy to put the record straight. Na ande karago tevi bintu o ake video tenge ngenteke ko tevi neke bona ga ko ngene bintu ga we are on the ground, we are looking at what's going on.
Bwana.
Abasa kwa ndanga abasa mosaida yo go support UDA unless another ways we have seen what something which is working.
All right.
Alafu nenda kwa modengara kwa manganango ya health.
Okay.
Jina getali chia ili nyamira na busongo netali kibwate na Mario kota yopa.
Biyamana.
Yes.
Aina para abo kwegura abantu baikira bana bono barase ground nyama ya buronge nandi kwegura ndabakweresera ebinyoro byonsi kugenda paka se pari yo ganiri gweta kenenkeyo gyakorekanire no nyenekemo.
Umuraria epare ya mabariri banje kwanire sana. Timetinge abantu baito batwarete mentality linga into birigo happening into yatewi. Ine pare abetega settled e contract ga se ground. E para nkoro sigwere. Abantu baito hanya batebanga no kubaku ngaino. Gento kubaku ngaino. Abantu baito mentality batne yo ngabaku ngaino.
Game netina ne chero sigwe lakini tracha ga korosiwa.
E pare inkoro sigwere at the end of it.
Igo wekera boniga traros.
E contract ni ground e para nkorere nkoro sigwere. Ti abantu baito batwari maninge para nkorere nkoro sigwere. Batinya batebanga bangaini. E mentality ne agarete no mugusie bono tochuko basabe. Ngabona parati koros ngandira abantu boko kwanero ari koros e pari ambaliri nja uli nende no nangi next time ga to tekara ya uchi koronchu ndochi na takara we pari ya korok ya rosi still mugaka is a developer no muntu amwira kora development west mugange ngima yo parati koros koros were
asense mo yobo chenu kwe wategerera umurayiwe kya DCP Rigathi Gachagua gotebana enibone esirete bi enibonere ekurumire gocha nabo igo bokorekana umborororo nabo igo kwegure nara igo kwanire iguro yamangana ye hali yobo chenu ase county ya Nyamira bokorari tiboikerani tise bokorari tiboribia asense mo yobo chenu na mona somurubiri oshayu kiraboniga abange mbaranyora bokorari buro obukiranu erekorengani no murubiri oli umukoro olenge bwene chief
uchakera team number 1 is developed, yeah? Ne chitenete ne county governments. Chinyagitari chiagusi, according to me, at least there is some slight changes. The other times, but from the last 1 year ago, I've been seeing this devolution to make charity centers chireli sabu chabere chikonyara mariogo sai no ndanya gitari eresi ni konga alega dispensary at least to ko otara correct tanya services igo devolution ya temere ko make the health sector kuba some better off kwanda sha abantu abangi timaye tyaba ongi cyabera
kwanza ainweri kete asomuro biro sha
ncheningeri kete sha
onyaka okonya.
Of course, tinda victimized, demand services. But I hope, from what I know, nelinga and then inse kuruara bakangoleki
ile wakanira kiro muti kurasa nsemo yao
just nsemo yane I paid kana once I registered I paid 800 shillings kurwa buna inde tindanya utora issue ne complication ngenya gitari ndiko takasaba
game ile tinali tukoli uche kwa gitari ya uchigotema kwenye robo kwa wetera ase sha because baika bali ile record wate guna the last time gwaka neto sene metienye 5 na 3 kwabetereri gwaka ne umwaka umugima igoturuche kwenyora ko
gwaka na ndene month karo besero na muntu gwaka kwanya kupunguza that use na benga the difference na NHIF yangi previous NHIF kwa wakana chipa kilo muntagwa awakana the exact amount but the shy wakana uno kwa kwa taki koro umuntu ore gusio kole motaba atike baru agakora na bagakona esiringi 150
lakini bagatayateri wakora
tiri gukora naki wono umutia ko buri murari kwa ruari rwachire dispensary kwa iru panado inshangi chikokonya ka shaba umuntu kero kwa twali complication cha sha limit ya shaba tawize mu 500,000
okay
ukwenda nyigitari kwayo iko muntu ruari iko muntu akezi muntu ruari nyigitari kandi ngateri gukora nera tatebe na kiata ataranya service
asoko korera ase abasaye kuri asorongo rwagusi musaiteyo arabwatebana musaiteyo urukura se kiamo usugo sire serikali yabono gwetera se kema kia UDA basaye bon spinning bare ansemerie kwamiria serikali na boge kerekeri okubwata neri bori reraiga ine asense muyo bwagachiwe chinyombo cheri kulirense naki ugocha gokonye kae na mona kura asense muyo mugusi nebe sankunya kona chwere
tiancha kere
dakika ya muyoka kerekeri tukokora
tiancha kere party yunga intinyombe chia affordable housing kitiraje gokonya buna ntoba gusinto bantu konya complain because bogusi omorali nawe ndemero ndubwati gusitiraje kwa gacha abandi abana baiti bachukwa gacha kiyo bachi korosi kwa then nimbwate imani nganchi chiko tokonya mugambi wenza kalengi gusiali na atema colony the hostels cha banafunzi asaba chikora kibao chikomenya bana buja bangi hostel bamenya nyomba chimbe no embre gutimbre aso aime chinyombe chikorosi guchikwera nchikonya abantu bonsi abantu bali to bati basito kwa gacha gusi nyombe na kwenda ko inyombe special so komenya buya tukanyere to mangane nsara epati yo tenga bagusi basambe yo bago support UDA eyu muntu kwana ino muntu wate mentality embesara omarari to kere kisi county sai muntu kwana iga twato musayo minya sana ali bakoro kembrembe musaye what a wave and then manning a next election see ko baro mugambi gusi oinere mo tele musai kwano mugakale embre no musai moke
oino yo mo lakini umubaro bwa bange no rogotebekana na to iyo
abantu ba kwana bobe the other man to what grassroots toko mobilization ya grassroots
eba
nyambira nto atara abasaya bange kigo kumiko bachite
okay
to gwikana abasaya from all over abantu bantu bahagwakezi mina kumingana kyana
all right
ndio uyo gwakezi bajana ngwale ko mugutano
okay yeah mbiyamana asugo sanga twasangire mambia bono asengencho yechinga kinga kienda na nentomera netogendera gusanga yanda mange mwancho morigere mbiyamana asugo bati murubire yego chakiro muchakana gwikira boniga ankyo na inde chinsenye gwika chinse sana ne mocha mubaso na nentomera nasa yanda mange kwenda seria rero endera kubati murubire ndi yatigire chinse 10 na nentomera ne ase amaya ase nchira yo bwengere terane Ishmael Mogere gwikira
Ensoko TV, uboroso